Okay, everybody. So I don't know what's going on. Um, I have recorded a 15-minute part two, but this recorder today is not working very well. I've lost 2 or 3 videos today already, and it's starting to really drive me crazy because I don't have a lot of time. I keep doing this between classes, and I just lost another video that took about 15 minutes to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to show you some stuff that I want to highlight verbally, and then you're just gonna have to go through this PowerPoint on your own, okay? Because I'm just running out of time, and it's really upsetting, okay? So I apologize. I want you to read this today, all right? The perfect paragraph. Go through the perfect paragraph. In it, I discussed the 3 parts of a paragraph. 3 parts of a paragraph. You can take time looking at it more closely. There's the claim, there's support, there's analysis. All right, I showed you how much of the paragraph should be devoted to each of these. The claim is 20%, the support is 30%, the analysis is 50%. All right, I provided for you here an example. This is an example of a hypothetical question over these 2 stories. Earth and Turtles Back, and the Never-Ending Story. And then here is how that paragraph is divided up into the 3 parts. There's a claim, there's support, and there's analysis. You don't have to analyze. You don't have to highlight your paragraphs. I'm just doing this so you see the differences between support and the differences between analysis. Support is direct, objective quotes and summaries. Analysis is anywhere in which you are connecting ideas and you are interpreting it, okay, and you are explaining what things mean more deeply than what the text says. All right, so look through that. Read through here about how to use quotes, the differences between drop quotes, which is just a complete sentence, all right, and versus integrating your quotes, all right. Please make sure that you read this, all right. No quotation should stand by itself as a separate piece. I provide some examples. If you're changing a quote, use brackets. If you're going to remove some stuff from a quote, use ellipses. Here's an example of a sentence with a pronoun it in it that is confusing. So therefore, this sentence shows the modified quote with a bracket so that people understand what it means. All right. And then these are some signal phrases. This is how you should introduce your quotes throughout the course of your answers. All right. No quote should be by itself. No quote should just be dropped in. It shouldn't be a complete sentence that it's just a quote. All right. And then make sure that, look, when you are writing for this course, you always write in third person. Don't begin with statements like, in my opinion, or I think. You need to write in present tense. Unless the only time you're not writing in present tense is when you're talking about something that happened in the past within the story. So like when you're talking about, when you're writing about the adulterous woman, you should say things like, when Janine sees the guard, she hopes to get his attention. Don't write, when Janine saw the guard, she tried to get his attention. Okay? It's always happening in the present tense whenever we are writing about a story, because I can go to that story in that very moment and it's happening right then and there. Okay? So your response frame for homework, okay? This is kind of how your paragraph should be organized, using claim, data, and analysis. Once again, you don't need to write claim, data, analysis. You just need to make sure that these parts are there. So let's say one of the questions is, what is Miss Mallard's social class? What clues lead you to this conclusion? That's one of the questions. So you can write something like, after reading the story of an hour, one can assume that Miss Mallard's belongs to the blank class position of society. Okay. This can be, actually, hold on, let me fix this real fast because I was originally writing. Can assume that Miss Mallard's class was, but instead changed it to Miss Mallard. Yeah, after reading the story of an hour, one can assume that Miss Mallard belongs to the blank class position of society. This can be inferred when Kate Chopin describes Miss Mallard's blank. Only people of that class would have, quote, blank, 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 and blank. Most people had to blank, 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 blank. That's all analysis. All right, you'd continue onward with analysis. Okay, so future work. That's this week right here. You're doing this week, and it's due on the 20th. Then you're going to be writing you're spending all week answering the short answer quiz over these 2 stories, okay? Then you have a week to read Hills Like White Elephants and do the assignments. You have a week to read The Sea Change and to do this quiz again. And then we're going to have our short story analysis essay. You should go ahead and start looking ahead at all these assignments and planning out your days about what you need to do. After this week, after you read these stories this week, I'm going to do an online lecture analyzing deeply the 2 stories. All right, and you're going to use that analysis that I give you to do the quiz 1 compare contrast essay or short answer. Then after you read Hills Like White Elephants, I'm going to do another video of a deep analysis of that story. And then the following week after you read The Sea Change, I'm going to do a deep interpretation of that story on the 17th. And then you'll be working on your first essay. So make sure you are planning ahead about what's happening. Okay? All right. I apologize that was quick. I lost 2 other videos that were much slower. Okay, so please take a look at the PowerPoints, read all the work, look at the questions, and if you have any questions about how to answer stuff or what to do or interpreting the information or any of that, then just send me an email. All right, and hopefully this recorded. See you later.